Yeah, Windows Update was doing stupid shit again. It's really annoying to me. Literally every time the computer's lagging, it's because of Windows Update. Um, for some reason, Windows 10 insists on turning on Windows Update every single time. Even after I disable it, it turns it back on automatically, and it decides to lag my stream every time it decides to download updates without my permission. So I really fucking hate it because it ruins everything. All right, we're in the green now though. Sorry about that. I fucking hate Windows Update. All right, what do we got? What do we got? Whoops. Whoa. Okay. Do we have all of them? Did we get that one yet? I think we need to get that one. Okay. Alright, this is the third set of butterflies, so this should do it. Alright, so, like, there's a little bit of puzzle solving. I don't know. I mean, like, it's kind of... this is just not even, like, a puzzle, though. Like, it's just, oh, you gotta get the butterflies to get up there. That's just dumb. Like, it's not what I would consider to be even a real puzzle. There we go. Probably not, yeah, I would imagine not. Alright, we got some sparklies. We got some commentary.
My biggest hope for the players that are playing is that they realize how similar these two parallel stories are, of this fox looking for her missing cubs, and also of this son reconnecting with his father.
No,
and so I try to
I'm not getting that at all.
Touches in the voiceover and in the environment to help draw those parallels, even if they seem totally dissimilar. A big example is the truck, for instance, that Joseph grew up with. It's purple and yellow like the butterflies for this fox. So I tried to add as many touches like that throughout the story as possible.
Huh? Like, honestly, like, he's talking so much that I don't even remember about the so-called quest of the fox. Like, I gotta disagree with this guy. Yeah, it's weird because he calls himself Joseph, but he's referring to himself in the third person. Like, what a weirdo. Because, like, yeah, dude, you're talking about yourself. What do you mean, Joseph? That's you. And what's the deal with the perspective here? Is a fox really this small compared to a truck? I'm pretty sure they're a little bit bigger than this. This scale is not right. This is like a giant monster truck. This is too big. Is that it? There's no, like, story, just commentary? But yeah, I gotta say, like, the story of the fox is just non-existent. I didn't even know that the fox is looking for a cub. Like, I saw a dead cub, and then everything else is just him talking about his life. What story of the fox? I want to know more about the fox, and less about you, dude. You're not that interesting. Oh yeah, we were having a drive with my broskies, throwing beer balls. I got caught by the cops, and then I got mad at my dad. Threw his country western tape out the window. I don't give a shit. I want to know about this fox. Let's hear about the fox. Yeah, exactly. Hey, look, we got some... Okay, a barber shop. So we're gonna hear about him getting a haircut next, I guess. Playing Dead Cells, Turkey Boy. So you're trying to tell me you're playing a good game while I'm playing this kind of weirdo game? Oh, okay, I get it. We gotta get... Oh, geez, see, that's the point of getting all the things. Okay, okay. So it's telling us you need all three. Oh, man. Now we gotta go all the way back. We might as well give this up because it's not gonna help. Oh, man. Why doesn't he have a faster movement? He's so slow. You have to figure it out, yeah. So he's improved the game. He's improved the game slightly since the time you played the game. Improved, yeah. He didn't improve it much. He didn't add like better animations or anything. It was last year, yeah. I remember you got this game shortly after Limbo, actually, I think. Yeah, you got Limbo on Steam, and then you were looking at some of the other games on Steam, and you decided to check this game out because it looked interesting. It's too bad they didn't have Okami on Steam back then, because that would have been much... How much did this game cost you, by the way? Because Okami would have been a much better use of your money. It was much more worth your money. Alright, we got 3 of these things. So we should be able to make it up this cliff. 12 bucks. That's $3 less than Hollow Knight. Just to put things into perspective. Just $3 less than that game. There we go. Alright, point of no return. We got sparklies. I don't even know what the sparklies do. Like, he's just collecting them, but I don't know what the point is. More story. Let's see what adventures he's up to this time that have nothing to do with the fox.
If there was some way I could take my love of drawing and turn it into a way of escape, nothing would make me happier. I wanted to create instead of tearing trees down. I wanted to move to the lower 48, not because I hated it there in Alaska, but I hated the idea of it. It's like all of that spite inside me had created this monster which followed me around my whole teenage years. I put so much energy into doing what others didn't expect of me. Why did I do that?
There's one fact you're forgetting, though. If you didn't have that fire in you, we probably would have never met.
You're absolutely right. Maybe the destination
It's like they're
is all
trying
that
to
matters
act
in
like
the
they're
end.
like actually having a
Then
conversation
why am I
instead
awake?
of this being
Why
scripted.
am I seeing this
Give me a
fox
break.
go on her journey? And why can't I stop thinking about my dad?
Yeah, I'm really supposed to believe that him and his wife are having this conversation, like sitting by the campfire, you know, roasting marshmallows or some shit. Give me a fucking break. You got the dialogue written right in front of you. You're absolutely right in the most artificial way possible. Get the fuck out of here. I give him props for... Oh, what's happening? Stuff's happening. A load screen is happening, okay. Slowly loading our new area. What if I want to go back, though? These load screens are in the wrong spot. Oh, okay. I don't know, it just transitions into like a new area. Like randomly, you know? And what the hell is the point of this walking thing? Why would I ever want to walk? This area's a nightmare? Really? This might actually be, like, visually, this is a kind of like a cool looking area. I like it. I like the way it looks visually. But looks like the worst is yet to come, though. Very easy to get lost, yeah. It's like an open area with a lot of trees that look the same. Hey, we got it. We got a thing. We got some commentaries. I wanted to make platforming good, but I'm just too much of a dumbass.
Almost all stories follow the same kind of structure. And it starts with an inciting event, and then there's rising action,
Inciting
and then there's
event?
a climax, and then there's falling action.
There's
And
exciting
it's
events
actually
in this
really
game.
difficult to make an interesting story where you only hear these two people talking, and it's spoken through a dream that's already happened. And the most of the action is about this animal that isn't directly related to this couple at all. So
Yeah,
I don't
you're
know what I
telling
was
me.
thinking, but my hope was that it would create some interesting things and connections that I didn't see before. And that was kind of the whole exercise of making the first tree.
I just thought that having a bunch of like foxes and nice things to look at might make a connection at some point, but I guess it didn't.
You like the art style? Art style's good, especially in this area. Like, it's the graphics are big and bold, and we're even doing it on low settings. But like, it was like what I was talking about before. Animation's so important, and like the animation's just not that good. But you know, if we use his excuse that the game's about story, then I guess it's not really that important. We got sparklies. Let me just see what's over here. Nothing. Okay. What's this? Why is it going in and out? What's the deal here? I don't get it. Hold on. What does it want me to... Oh, it wants me to catch it? I can't catch it. It's one of the things I have to activate. How do I do it? I'm pushing the interact button, but nothing's happening. Nah, not at all. Not very deep into animations at all. I mean, look at this. Like, this is not even a good posture. Like him just like clinging on the side like this, and he's like kind of stuck there too, you know. So what am I supposed to do here? Okay. Okay. It's really dumb. Like, you have to wait until it's into the rock and then hit the button. I don't know why he couldn't just stand on it and activate it. But whatever. Like, he has to unnecessarily complicate it. And I'm assuming then the version that you played, Owly, it didn't have that pictograph. What's this? What the fuck is this thing? This is like a sleeping bag. But then what's this? Is this a... Oh, this is supposed to be a tent? Why is it so flat? What kind of tent are you living in? And shouldn't the sleeping bag be inside the tent? Yeah, there's your problem, dude. That's why you don't like camping. You don't even know how to put the sleeping bag inside of the tent. Or to even raise it up in the first place.
I once tried to raise a tent, but I was too retarded to do it. And when it rained overnight, that made things really, really bad.
Let's see. No pictographs, no nothing when you played it. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, like... It's like one of those games where you don't even know what to think of. Because, like, you see what he's emphasizing in the game. And... I don't know. It's just like so... I don't even know what to think anymore. Like, why would you ever want to play this game again? Like, after you play it one time, why would you ever want to play it again?
property, there were old abandoned pieces of a shed and
Hey,
car
Dragoon.
long left unused. I used to ask him all the time who those people were that left all this junk, and I'm sure he got so tired of hearing it that he made up some elaborate stories how a brown bear ate them and haunted the woods afterwards. What's funny is I think it made those people seem more real, growing up thinking they were still hanging out like they couldn't say goodbye. I used to tell my friends how I could swear I saw spirits move near the water, and that always freaked them out. I guess it didn't bother me, because the way I saw it, they were normal people with old cars and sheds, just trying to figure out how to survive and be happy in the middle of the night. It was a cool thought that they didn't want to leave, but you know, I was a weird kid.
Well, you had good company since those ghosts like living in a place where they were brutally devoured.
You're funny, wife. You're funny. Him and his artificial laughs. When you played, the music ran out. It was just fox sounds. The music was not properly coded to loop. Hopefully they fix that bug. What was her joke? I don't even remember what she said. What'd you think of his fake laugh, too? I married her because she's funny. Dude, save your fake laughter. What else do we got? Where's the shinies? There's some shinies over there. I want to see if there's any more shinies over here. Oh, we got some commentary. Some behind-the-scenes commentary. I think I like the behind-the-scenes commentary more than the actual, like, story commentary.
I don't think the first tree could work at all without the music by Josh Kramer. And his music is actually publicly available to license. And
Oh,
so
that's
it
why
was
he used it.
affordable for me, since this was a hobby project.
Affordable,
And
yeah,
it's something
free.
I like to tell new indie developers all the time, like, you can't afford that composer, you can't afford a full-time programmer. You need to cut corners and finish your game. And
Cut
the way
corners
to do
is
that
right.
is to use these amazing publicly available assets that anyone can purchase and license. And so his music is incredible, and I actually haven't talked to him that much. I've just emailed him, but his music was
Yeah, I used your
for
music, dude.
most emotional music at the Emotional Game Awards in France, and he's just a really nice guy. And I think there's so much amazing content out there that if you're thinking of making a game, like, look around and see what you can make work on a tight budget, because it worked really well for the first tree.
Yeah, Dragoon, I know it's laggy. I already turned down the graphics twice, but how is it now, Owly and Chertka? Is it at least, like, somewhat watchable? Because it was worse before, but, I mean, if I could take it down to the lowest settings possible, but, like, for me, at least it's playable. This is not a well-optimized game. It's fine now, yeah. I think it's, like, at least for me, it's playable. It's not gonna be perfect, but... Just make an exploration game without any vision. You would never play a journey or pure exploration game again, just like most story-driven games, but you have to have some vision of what you want to tell and achieve. I think this, it will anyhow connect and work out approach is bad. Well, I can say this, I played Journey, and that is a journey game, like, by definition, and I played it twice. Or, no, 2 or 3 times. I think you can replay some games that are story-driven, and they're still fun and enjoyable. I mean, we do reread novels that we love. Let's see. Alright, we got some tangled mess over here. Let me just approach it to see if there's anything here. Let's see if there's any pictographs. Nope, nothing there. So he used the music, he got the music for free. And he just sent an email saying thanks. Okay, gotcha. So we already got the music. I see a thing over there. Yeah, this area looks kind of okay. I mean, the graphics for an indie game, for a low-budget indie game, I guess are not bad. It's just the animations are terrible. Oh, good. More behind-the-scenes shit. It's an open-world game. This game puts Skyrim to shame.
I did want to do something a little different with this level. I wanted it to be more open world feel, and
Yeah?
that there was something blocking your progress. So it did encourage people to
I wanted to make
look
it like
closely and
Skyrim.
see how to unlock this blocked way. And I do like just walking around this level and listening to the beautiful music by Josh Kramer. His work really sets the mood
Free
for the
music?
whole game.
I see like a thing over there. But there's more things over here. Let's go see the things over here. Oh, so that's his motivation. He was like playing Skyrim, and then he was like, yeah, I should make my game like Skyrim for this one area. So people get lost and don't know what to do. Well, at least they got the pinpoints of light. That helps a little bit. Just a little bit, though. Not a tremendous amount. Alright, we got this over here. Let's see what this is. More story. Awesome.
My dad built a lot of stuff in his free time. If he wasn't watching fly fishing or reading Tom Clancy novels, he was carving something. He made tons of birdhouses.
His father
Not
was
that
a
he was
hick.
into bird watching, but I think he really missed working and adding on to the home. If he couldn't afford the time to build onto our own house, he would have to settle with watching birds move into their little homes. We kept an old mattress
Making
in the bed of
mods.
that ugly yellow truck, so we would drive it deep into the woods and then watch the birds fly into their houses while the sun set. Usually it was accompanied by venison jerky or a cold Coke, but not a lot of talking, which is how we both liked it.
Okay. It's lagging again? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Hold on. Wait a minute. Ah. Why is it lagging again? Wait a minute. I'm gonna have to... I need to check if it decided to reactivate Windows Update yet again. Oh wait, no, we're in the green now. Okay, we should be okay. Let me just double check Windows Update. No, it's disabled. Okay, I think we're okay. I'm sorry about all the lag problems. It's just, I don't know, Windows is just a piece of shit. And it does this on its own. Let's listen to the behind the scenes for the mods.
Earlier I said I just love going through video games and exploring, like looking at every nook and cranny and just trying to find little details.
I never played these games
And I
he's
think
talking
that
about, though.
started because in middle school and high school, I would make mods for my favorite games, namely Jedi Knight, Jedi Outcast, and Far Cry.
I did play Jedi
And
Knight.
I loved like this huge world of mod makers who would make these levels.
And he played Far
and
Cry,
do,
too.
like, the most random creative things, and I would just love exploring, usually multiplayer levels by myself. So even though I went to college for film, before that, like before high school, I was making video games and mods, and it was
Okay,
it
no
was
problem,
my
Allie.
favorite thing in the world. I made a ton of different levels. I made an abandoned space hotel with a dance floor and cafeteria. I made a haunted campground with cabins and tents. I made this whole city with like
No
the
problem.
first ever day-night cycle with running showers and stuff in the hotel and the apartment buildings. And I just loved making those mods, and I think that carries over to my game, The First Tree, and also the one before that, Home is Where One Starts, which is it's exploration. You're just looking around and appreciating the details.
Sounds exactly like this game. Mary Clayton? No, I don't know about Mary Clayton. Yeah, it's kind of weird. Like, when he's talking about his past, it sounds like he's, like, he grew up in like the 1950s or some shit. But then like when he's doing these behind the scenes things, it's like he probably is my age if I were to guess. Because like he said that he grew up playing games like Jedi Knight and Far Cry. So like Far Cry came out, I think I want to say like when I was in college, maybe transition between high school to college, something like that. I can't remember the year exactly. Talking about his god complex. I made this wonderful world and created the day-night cycle. He's talking about his first game. I didn't realize he made a game before.
We were happiest underneath the evergreens.
More
We
story.
decided it was time to finally map out the hundreds of acres we lived on, just
100
to
acre
pass the
woods.
time during the summer. He was only free in the evenings, so I would spend the day wasting time on dial-up internet and sketching, and then we would rush into the woods, pen and map in hand, before evening fell. Sometimes, the aurora borealis would cast a cold green glow on the mountainside, and we would finish our route underneath a twilight sky.
No trespassers.
Sometimes I was lonely during those summer days, but there was comfort in the routine.
A lot
What a
of
lonely
teenagers
guy.
aren't looking for the daily grind, though. There's nothing wrong with wanting to get out, to leave your childhood home. You wanted to progress, to make something of yourself.
Yeah, you're right. That house. I'm sure it's the same as how I left it. But then why does it feel so different?
I doubt you're the only adult to have looked back and asked that question.
He's the only adult to look back and ask that question. What the hell is he talking about? I just said I never heard of Mary Clayton. Alright, so they use these like little sparkly things to guide you to new areas. Okay. We got the sparklies. I wish I knew what the sparklies did though. Give me shelter? I don't know it by name. Maybe if I heard it. Okay, oh. Sparkly. And we got sparkly here. And a couple more up there. Oh, there's the last one. And we got a double jump, kind of like a janky double jump. Whoops. Alright, so that opens up that passageway from before. It does something, see, like, this is bad game design. What it should do, like, it's giving us a sound cue, but it's vague, and you probably wouldn't know what it did. It should really just cut to that tangled mass of roots and show you that it's now uncovered. So it's obvious what activating all three of those things does. Alright. Let's go over there. You like the fox movement? Honestly, like, I'm not impressed by it. Like, especially when he's turning, because, like, look. This is not good. When he's moving straight, it's okay. But honestly, it's not as good as it could be. If you ever look at Okami, it's much better animation. Alright, let's see where that tangle of roots is. What is this? It's a boombox. You got a boombox, Dragoon? 80s style boombox? I think it's in the other direction. Yeah, a lot of running around. There you go. Old style boombox. No CD player on it. Nope. No CD player on that one. Where the fuck is the thing? I think it's over there. You know, for a game with this much space, he moves way too slowly. This fox. Way too slowly. He can do a double jump. But it, like, makes no sense. I mean, he's a fox. Well, it's for gameplay, so I'm not gonna begrudge it. Let's see. Let's get this sparkly up here. Man. There we go. Oh, there's another one. Another sparkly. You guys might be wondering what the sparklies do. I'm wondering that question myself. I have no idea what they do. I think it's just like, maybe at the end of the game it's gonna tally how many you got, and that's it. I got a feeling that's all it does.
The perpetrator stood nearby, unfazed, like nothing was wrong. My dad is dead, and he's never coming back, Rachel. I can tell you these stories, but I can never reminisce with him again. He can never hold a grandchild that we'll probably never be able to have. I can never talk to him again, and I'll never be able to say I'm sorry for everything.
So this is kind of ominous. Like, you got the wolf in the background, then you got the dead cub here. Okay. Let's see the wolf.
It was really important to me that the wolf in this story that takes the fox's cubs, that it wasn't explained at all. Like, it's just this entity that's in the background. And of course, it's supposed to represent something bigger than a wolf or even the fox. It's supposed to represent, like, the specter of death. And it comes when you least expect it. There's no justification. He's just there, always watching.
There he is. Let's see. Come back here, Wolfie. There he goes. Where'd he go? I missed the sparkly. Alright, so the wolf killed our cubs. You think there's gonna be some action combat with the wolf? Don't hold your breath. It's probably gonna just be like some lame chase down the wolf and then he runs away kind of thing, and that's it. gotta admit, like, this valley thing looks kind of cool. Oh, we got something up here. Yeah, this valley thing is alright. That's kind of neat. But it would have been more neat in a better game, though. Like, this game is not total trash. Like, I guess it's sort of interesting listening to this guy talk. But there's just nothing else to it. The gameplay in this game is very bad. You could say that's not what the game's about. But still. Yeah, turning does not look good. When he's running straight, it looks fine. But turning is not good at all. And when he's jumping and like when he's like climbing obstacles and stuff, it doesn't look good. Pretty tacky. I mean, you could give him a pass since it's an indie game, but I have very high standards of quality, as you all know. I like the valley. It's kind of ominous. You know. I'd like to see this valley in like another game where you're actually like in a Dark Souls game. This valley would look cool, I think. You could be like delving into the depths of hell with this valley, and that would be cool. And there's like monsters that you need to fight over here. Like I'm imagining this valley in a much better game. it would be so much better in a much better game. Maybe in like a Lord of the Rings kind of thing. You're like, this is the valley into Moldor or whatever. That'd be cool. Like at the base of the valley, there'd be like an army of orcs or something. Or maybe like a crawling dragon. Here's where the crawling dragon would be. At the base of the valley looking up. And you gotta do battle with him. And you can't get by him until you kill him. That would be cool. But that ain't this game. This game is this game. Now, in the base of the valley, we got more story sequences. Let's see. See, we got some mountains in the background. We won't be going to them, though. It's not like it is in Skyrim, where you see stuff in the background, you can go to it. No. Not this game. This game, this is just backdrop shit. Just backdrop shit. Nothing more. Yeah, exactly. I'm imagining a better game. That valley would be perfect in Dark Souls 4. The light. Move into the light.
I need to go to bed. I just can't talk about this anymore. Good night.
What the fuck? Even the game developer's giving up on the game. Jeez, if he doesn't even want to do it anymore, why should we? He's just like, I don't care about this game. Do whatever the hell you want. I don't give a fuck. Man, what an asshole. Is there anything off to the the left and the right? Like obviously that passageway, that valley's where we need to go. But you think there's any point at all to going over here? Let's see. You can't even get up here. Wait, you can. Yeah, there's nothing up here. Oh, welcome back, Owlie. We just came down the mountain through the valley. Like, that valley is probably my favorite part of the game. But we were talking about how it would be so much better in like another kind of game, you know? Like in a Dark Souls game, that valley would be perfect. Oh, fading to black. New area. I can't wait to see it. I can't even contain my enthusiasm. Let me take a sip of my Mountain Dew. What is this? This is the end of the game? Wait, no. What is this? We got developers
Joseph,
commentary.
you can't go to sleep feeling like this. I'm sorry for everything, and I know you need space, but I'm here for you. You don't need to feel so lost.
Okay.
Joseph, have I ever told you what my mother was like?
Bitch, I don't care about your mama. I'm talking about my daddy.
This is the one part you were talking about? The part where he gives up on the game? Right, let's listen to the Rachel commentary.
Hello, my name is Elise Whaley, and I was the voice actress for Rachel. I'm also David's wife, so that was convenient for working together. I was actually the voice actress for his first game, Home is Where One Starts, and I guess that I did a good enough job that David wanted me back, so
Well, you're
I
his
did the voice
wife.
acting for this one as well.
He can't
David
afford any
definitely,
professional voice actors.
Coached me through it because I'm pretty inexperienced when it comes to that. Home is Where One Starts was my first time ever doing voice acting of any kind.
No
And
shit.
we watched a lot of trailers of movies we liked to get the voice right of female leads who were talking in the trailer and try to mimic that and bring that into the game.
What trailers?
So that had the right kind of feel and the right kind of atmosphere for the voice. My character actually is the same character from Home is Where One Starts. If you've played that game, you probably connected that together.
Hell no.
And this is her probably about 15 years later, maybe 20 years later in this game. I was happy to revisit the character of Rachel. We kind of leave her in an ambiguous spot in Home is Where One Starts. It definitely ends on a hopeful note, but there's not a lot
Exactly.
of details. And in this game, you see that she's able to move on through a lot of her issues that she had from her abusive home and be able to start her own family and start a new cycle without that abuse, which I think is really inspiring.
Yeah. Let's see what this thing is though. Yeah, they're pretty self-absorbed people.
Obviously don't care about anything except themselves.
You
I hate
know
them
what
so
it's like
much.
not to have a mom at home. And you know how hard that made my childhood. What helped me was watching the birds in the morning before the school bus came. I thought that my mother was one of those birds, and it made me want to be free like her. My mom taught me how to fold origami cranes while she was in the hospital. So I
So
told myself
beautiful.
I would fold one
So
every
magical.
day until I could fly myself.
But Allie, like, if she was talking to you in person, like, you know that you gotta be polite and like be like, oh really? Wow, that's so beautiful, and like have like a fake tear in your eye. We're being so mean. But like in real life, we would have to be so nice and stuff, you know? So this is the part that this is your favorite part. The pretty part. Yeah, it looks pretty nice. It's like a space world kind of thing. What do we got here? Exactly.
I think we both have always loved animals. And for me, that love started with a dog. Sometimes this Rottweiler would come up to our property line and wait at the fence for me, but only once in a while. I was sure to check every day immediately after school, and it usually ended in disappointment. I would even steal money from my passed-out dad just so I could buy these off-brand dog biscuits. Even when she did stop by, she never went beyond the fence. Why was she so scared?
Yeah, I don't know what the point of this is. They should have made everything more subtle. Yeah, they just kind of spell it out for you. I'm too cynical? What do you mean, Cherky boy? Wait, let's hear the behind the scenes of working together with his wife.
So it's always interesting working with your spouse because, especially on a creative project, because they want your feedback, but it's something that's also dear to their heart, and they're dear to your heart, and you definitely don't want to hurt their feelings. So I was
This
a little
sucks.
nervous
This
when
game sucks.
David
Give up
asked
on
me-
it.
He had finally finished writing the script, and he asked me to go over it and see what I thought. And I had minored in English. I majored in art, but I minored in English, so I felt like I had a little bit of experience. But I was definitely like a little scared because you don't want to be too harsh, but you also want to be honest. And it was the biggest relief when I read the script, and I was like, oh, good. My husband's a good writer. I don't have to change that much about
Good
this,
writer.
just a few like grammatical things. And that was just like the biggest relief for me because it can be a tricky balance, working with your spouse and making sure that honesty.
It was
is
so
there,
hard
but
telling
also
him that the game
that
sucked
love and the
dog
support is there
shit.
as well.
I think my dad was the opposite of your dad in almost every way. Except he was in the military as well. He coped with alcohol of every kind. The trailer started falling apart. He got angry.
Well, she's trailer park
I
trash.
withdrew.
She's admitting it.
More and more, I became the weird, quiet kid who made lots of origami birds and carried dog biscuits around. I think we were pretty similar when it came to being the weird kids. And that same sincerity in college was one of the reasons I was so drawn to you.
It's so stupid!
They're both so pretentious. They are. This game is pretentious. It's talking about this and that.
And we don't give a fuck.
There goes the deer. Let's see, what should we listen to first? The story or the commentary? I guess the
Life got
story.
worse and worse. And at one point, I really didn't think I could survive another day with my soul still intact. I had no real friends, let alone neighbors.
Oh,
since we lived in the middle
boo-hoo.
of nowhere.
Oh, woe is you.
I should have talked to my teacher, but I was scared what he would do if he found out.
You think you're
As I
the only
waited for
one
the
who has
school bus
problems
ride,
in life, lady?
I walked around until I found something in an abandoned shed. Something I can't put into words.
She's like so like serious.
So we're talking about homes where one starts a lot. So if you haven't played that game, maybe this
Maybe
doesn't make
never
as much
play it.
sense, or maybe this is a little plug that you should go play it. But in that game, it actually features one of my artworks. I work as an artist and paper cutting actually. And
Is your artwork better
David
than your
used one of
storytelling?
My artworks as a graffitied stencil in Home is Where One Starts. That's against the wall.
You want me to
of
stream
this,
the other game?
Shack. And it actually shows up again in the first tree, just a fragment of it. The first tree,
Oh,
the
wow,
title
the
actually comes
connections.
from one of my artworks that I made back in 2015, I want to say. And I made this artwork while I was pregnant with our first child. And it had a lot of meaning for me, and David actually helped me come up with the title. And he asked, because I was really struggling, I was like, I have no idea what to call this. And
Yeah.
I always go to David for title ideas and to bounce ideas off of him, and that's like the only way I can ever come up with a title is by talking with him. So we were talking back and forth and looking at this artwork, and he said, well, what kind of like movies or shows were you watching while you're making the artwork? Because my work's pretty tedious, so sometimes I'll watch a show or do some Netflix binging while I'm creating it. And I was like, oh, I actually watched Tree of Life a ton. And then we're like, Tree
Oh, they
of
ripped
Life.
off the
And
name.
we started thinking more about that, and then arrived at the first tree. So it started off as one of my artworks, and then became a part of David's art, which I think is really cool that we were able to share that title.
So what is she saying? She watched something on Netflix called The Tree of Life, and then they just ripped off the name? What the fuck? They should be sued. And that baby that they just had should be sued too.
I summoned courage.
Teach them
like
all a
the
lesson
boy
for their
had.
crimes against
I
humanity.
broke into my dad's room and found the key to the shed where he had locked my bike. I'll never forget that feeling. As the wind rushing by my ears as the sun rose over fields of wheat. I was flying for the first time. I biked as far as my legs could take me until I found a house that felt friendly and that felt like home. Those strangers helped me in so many ways. And if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't have found my foster family. And if it wasn't for my parents, I wouldn't have met you.
Okay. Let's kill the deer. Let's have murder and mayhem in this game. Come back, deer.
You have strength, Joseph. And you're not as alone as you think.
You can do it if you put your mind to it.
It's all just so pointless.
I just want to
Just
kill
waiting
myself.
for
I'm an
life to
emo.
happen. It's like having the home I always wanted is cursed out of my reach. The thought of being a parent myself.
What is my
How
reason
could I
for
do that when
existing?
I couldn't even be a good son. I'm sorry.
I'm such
I
a
know what you're
D-bag.
saying.
I should
don't
just
know how
kill
things will
myself.
work out. These quiet hours will turn into years. We'll wonder which roads passed us by.
Then we'll forge a new road together.
We'll do it together.
Besides,
with the
I
power of
discovered
love.
for myself that one fateful morning where any hopeful road leads to. There may be thorns and mist, but it always leads to the same thing.
Don't you think they would have had this discussion before marriage? Yeah, exactly.
Family.
I'm so glad that you're part of my family, Rachel.
And I'm glad you're part of mine.
Yeah. Like, they're only having this conversation now, after they got married, and after he's talking about his dead father or whatever. And like, what? How did his dad die anyway? Like, it's never made clear. Like, I guess he was murdered or something? A fox.
A question I get a lot is why a fox? And it ties into just how important family is for me.
Well, foxes are
And
cool.
Fox is actually a family name from my wife's side, from Elise. And she always heard about the legacy of the Fox family. And because of that, growing up, it was her favorite animal. She even made these 2 wooden foxes for our wedding cake toppers. So I thought it would be cool to have that animal in the game while these 2 people are having this conversation in the middle of the night.
Okay, but you do realize that from the gamer's point of view, it has no connection at all. What if her last name was Butler? What do you mean?
I'm confused, Ellie.
Would you be a Butler instead of Fox? So, wait a minute, so her last name is Fox? That's why they chose. I thought he said that Fox was her favorite name. Was her favorite the animal? Oh, really? Oh, okay. I missed that. Right. So if her last name was Butler, you'd just be a butler walking around the whole time. Can we kill these animals? What if her last name was Cummings? Like, would it just be like like this blob of cum, just like rolling? You know that game, The Blob? You're like a blob the whole time. We'd be like a blob of cum. You're just rolling around the game. That would be so nasty and disgusting. Why can't we kill these animals? It'd be a sex game. Got fucked over, tricky boy. I want to kill these animals. I want to kill the animals. Look how big the fucking moose is. One more run. That's something no one ever said about this game ever. Boy and His Blob is a game, yeah. I actually have that for the Wii. I never played it. This cliff thing's kind of neat. Reminds me of the game The Duel. In the game, it's a racing game, and you're on like a cliff in the second level. That's the only reason why I like this cliff is the best part of this game. That and the valley. I like the valley. More sparklies. Yeah. Yeah, because the fox, like, it makes sense to them, I guess. Like, after they explain it with the commentary turned on. And, like, most people, I don't think would even turn on the commentary on the first playthrough. But, like, without that, explaining it, there's no point to this fox. What happened to the wolf? The wolf is gone. We don't even get our revenge on the wolf. We must kill the wolf. Wouldn't that be so hilarious if this game had like this brutal action-packed duel with the wolf, with blood and internal organs spilling out all over the place? It's like this like peaceful, you know, story about this guy's father, and then like it's like and then you get like this like battle sequence with the wolf. It'd be like a corruption of innocence. Total corruption of innocence and art. It'd be like a big FU to this game. Someone should mod this game and do that. Are we almost at the end of the game? That would fix everything, yeah. Exactly. It would give some gameplay at least. There's no gameplay to this. So let's go over, if we're at the end of the game almost, let's go over all the gameplay. We had to get 3 of those butterfly things. Find 3 like stumps to open up some roots, and that's it. Like that's the gameplay. There were 2 parts of this game which actually involved like actually doing something. Alright, let's see what we got next. There's still more. We got some rain.
The fox knew her last cub would be waiting for her at the first tree. She was almost there. The rain cascaded onto the Jade Valley where the entrance to the tree was. Life was protected there, because that's where life began. It was now only a mother and a daughter left.
Yeah, now he's talking
My
about the
life
fox.
still dotted the ground as she moved closer to her destination and destiny.
Like, this game would have been better if he was actually talking about the fox instead of about himself. He's talking about himself the whole damn time. We're playing as the fox, man. Not about you. Like, I can tell you right now, like, how he could have improved it. Like, you know what? There's no improving this game. Talk about the fox. Oh, did I miss the sparkly? Eh, who cares? I don't even know what the sparklies do. At least you know that the devs had for breakfast. What are you talking about? What did the devs have for breakfast? Oh, you mean because they're talking about themselves all the time? We know... What do we know about the devs? We know... The guy got bullied as a kid or whatever. And threw beer bottles out of the car. But we don't even know about the important stuff, like how his father died. He didn't want to get into it. I guess that's too personal. His father mysteriously died. Do we got commentary? We got commentary! The visuals. Look at these awesome graphics!
Usually what catches people's attention of the first tree is the visuals, of course. And I was inspired by a lot of people making
Oh, you
these
find out
levels.
then?
The second level is inspired by just these beautiful autumn photos of a real forest. And this level, the Jade Valley, is inspired by the artwork of Heather Penn, who did the Overland games. I just love those greens with a lot of gray in it.
I've never
love
played
the
any of
strong
these games.
vignettes in the corners of the frame. And of course,
Overland.
this environment pack was made by the very talented Swedish designer Mikael Gustafsson. And of course, his initial designs inspired me, and I was able to build off of that. And I'm really grateful that he allowed his environment pack to be made publicly available.
Exactly. And even if you turn off like the regular commentary, like all these storyline commentaries, they're explaining the
At the end of
story
high school,
instead of
I
it
felt
being
something
told
I
through
hadn't felt
visuals like
in a long
Journey.
time. Drive. I looked into the best architecture schools on the West Coast and got a dose of reality when looking at other students'
You know,
portfolios
Inside and
the
Limbo,
high
they tell a
cost
story
tuition.
too, without any words at
I
all.
still wanted to be something, to be the next Alvaro Siza, and to
The
make
next
those
what?
thousands of sketches worth something in my grand history. but now even an internship sounds impossible.
Oh, woe is
Caesar
you.
helped me understand how essential emotion is in architecture. And he also
Now he's
said
talking about
light
his
is the real
college
composer of
courses?
space. I like to think these glints of light, like not finding a job, or even a strange dream about a fox,
Yeah, exactly.
is something I should be thankful for.
It's all about
Even
him.
if the illuminated space is something I'm less than comfortable with.
So, I was taking this college course, Art Design 101, and we had this really hard assignment, and blah blah blah. I got a C plus in the class, blah blah blah.
I mean, that's what he's doing. He's like taking us through this and that, and it's not even about the damn game. It's like he's talking about his fucking college courses, and we're trying to play a game about a fox looking for her cubs. Like, he was on the right track when he was talking about the fox. Like, he talked about the fox once. The fox was looking for her cubs. Like, that was a good start. And then he ruined it talking about his fucking college courses.
Tuition was expensive. I had to work a second job.
Yeah, fascinating. We got more commentaries. The first tree.
By now you've probably caught on to some of the themes I love to explore in these stories. And the big
I
one
did?
is of this tree, the first tree on Earth. And a lot of people have asked me, what does that mean? Why a tree? And basically
That's
it
not my
boils
question.
down to this delicate balance between
My question is,
nature
why didn't you make a
and
better
its
game?
relationship with life and death. And I love these stories where they put like these microscopic relationships, like something of like a father and a son, and juxtapose it next to this epic story of like the creation of the universe and the first tree on Earth, and how they can be equally as important, because in my mind,
Yeah.
like, my family is as important as like the creation of the Earth. And it reminds me of like some of the stories I love, like The Road by Cormac McCarthy, or The Tree of Life by Terrence Malick.
The one that you stole
Basically,
the
I
name
wanted
of?
to make
Yeah.
sure the player felt that there was a higher
Hey,
power
look,
than
logs.
themselves, and that there was something watching over them as they went through this story.
See, like, these logs, in a better game, these logs in this, like, buzzsaw thing would be part of, like, a puzzle. But in this game, they're just here. And they exist. And that's it. Hey, sparkly. They hide, like, a sparkly behind one of the logs. That's about it. That's the most you get. Not much else to these logs. What is that sparkly I see off in the distance? Is that another sparkly, or did we already get it? Nope. Nothing there. Alright, what do we got? A house? Do we have to go up this thing? No, maybe we can go around. Yeah, the best kind of stories. That's why not a lot of movies have narration, like have a narrator, because if you have that, it defeats the purpose of a movie, which is supposed to tell a story through visuals and dialogue within the context of the movie, of the narrative. You're not supposed to have a narrator. That's because then you can do that better with a book, is the idea. With a movie, you want to convey a story through visuals and editing. And with a video game, you want to convey that story through the same means as a movie, similar means I should say, but also through interactivity, through the player's actions. The best kinds of stories do that. Alright, we got nothing over here. Can we go on the roof? Not much to do on this roof. Alright, Let's head back down. Immersion and interaction, exactly. Is this like his home? It's like being swallowed up by the earth. Let's go inside the home. GTA style. Nope, we can't go in it. This game doesn't either. Nope. Hey, can we go inside? Like, doesn't this house make you want to go inside of it, but it has no interactivity? I can't go inside of it. Why is it even here then? And it's like, it's swallowed up by the earth, which is actually kind of cool. But then there's nothing. What the hell was he talking about, like, looking for secrets? There's nothing to find. There's no rewards. There aren't any rewards for collecting the spark. Maybe it's something at the end for collecting the sparklies, but... where do I go now? It's just a fucking random house. There's a house up there. I can't get up there, though. Let's see. Nope. The game gave up. It just gave us like a house. That's it. Oh man, that would suck so much if there's like nothing else to do at this point. Oh, maybe over there? But I thought we came from there. I don't even know where I came from. We can go across this ridge. Gotta progress to a new area. Oh, you think we gotta go over the ridge here? You gotta explore. You gotta explore around. The last tree involves exploration. Can I make it? I don't even know if this is the way to go. Maybe. No. Invisible walls. Look at this. Fucking invisible walls. So cheap. Like, obviously you can go this way. Why not put, like, a physical barrier up here? Instead of giving me this fucking invisible wall. So cheap. Oh, man. Beta game. Oh, let me move faster. Walls cost big bucks. Physical barriers. You gotta settle for the cheapo invisible barriers. Yeah, it's the beta of the beta. So these logs, they have nothing to do with anything. It's like, this game's kind of lifeless and barren, there's nothing in it, let's put in some logs. Just throw a bunch of logs in and a buzzsaw. Put a house on the... Can we get up there? Like, see, this is a time when, like, having, like, those little sparklies would help, because then they can help guide us to the next area, right? It's like you forgot to do that here. Oh, wait. What the fuck? What do we got here? It's like he hid this thing right in the middle of nowhere.
My dad was super supportive with my college plans. To a point. Things were okay until this terrible accident happened. I guess a forklift flipped over due to a bad axle, and it crushed one of the workers there. My dad didn't eat for days, even though he wasn't directly involved. It devastated him. Not only did it hurt the business, but it just freaked him out. He would talk in his sleep, muttering things about firing people and saying sorry. One fateful day he approached me, said that since my school search wasn't going well, I should finally be a man and take over the family business. He said one day he was going to die, and that all of his work, sacrifice, and even that man's life would be wasted in vain. I just lost it. Teenage me just exploded at the thought. I screwed up. I said things I shouldn't have. He was having a crisis, and I pretty much spit in his face.
I think we can make it up here. Can you give me some narration on how to get to the next part of the game, please?
Oh yeah, head to the right side and climb up the mountain. Head towards that house. Watch out for the invisible walls.
Get up there. Are you fucking kidding me? It's another fucking... Oh, wait. It's a fucking invisible wall. What the fuck? Why even put this stupid thing up here if you're gonna give me invisible walls? Look at this bullshit. Come on. Stop putting, like, you have a whole world populated by trees and grass, and then you have, like, quote-unquote interesting things, which attract your attention, and don't do anything, and have no relevance to the progression of the game. Man, fuck you. Fuck you. I don't care about your father, or about that guy who got run over by the forklift or whatever. You lost all sympathy from me with that fucking bullshit up there. So stupid. I don't know what to do. Him and his forklift. Isn't that bullshit though? I mean, that is bullshit. I don't know what to do. Made me waste all that time going up there. Like, at least the other open area had, like, sparklies to guide your way. Over here, there's nothing. I think maybe we gotta head off in that direction. Yeah, I mean, you were right, Owly. Yeah, I gotta say this game is just, like, it's not, like, the worst thing I've ever played, but it's just so... Like, there's no game. It's just him talking. Wait, we got some sparklies over here. Alright. I think I see stuff. Yeah. Maybe. It might just be like... Okay. Yeah, I see it now. Let's see, how do we get up there, though? They gave up on the butterfly idea. You know, there were butterflies, and that was like... It's a mechanic of the game, and then, like, it's in, like, 2 parts of the game and never seen again. Alright, let's go up here. Sometimes there are barriers that are invisible, and you need discipline to accept them. Because there's no way around. Oh, that's what he was after the whole time. Yeah, I can imagine this guy, like, winning, like, some, like, bullshit video game award, and like he uses that excuse. Oh yeah, it was to teach life lessons. It's wait a minute, how do I get up there? There's no like cool things like trampoline things or like, you know, launch pads. Like in a cool game you would have like things that help movement and actually make it fun to control your character. In this game, there's nothing like that. Berries in real life are pretty visible, yeah. I never encountered one of those invisible walls in real life. Okay, we got some story. You guys ready for more interaction with his wife and stuff? And oh, woe is me, and talking about his college days or whatever.
Was that the last time you talked to him?
No, I called on holidays, and he would call on my birthday. I guess we acted like nothing ever happened, which was stupid. Didn't want to ask about his lumberyard, and I'm sure he didn't want to ask about my job search.
We talked on the phone and we talked about how's work.
I think the last
He said it was
conversation
good.
we had
I
was
said,
about
"Oh, that's
what
good."
movies we had seen and what exactly a best boy is in the credits. I thought he
Best
would be
boy?
here so much longer.
What the fuck? What is he even talking about? We were just talking on the phone. We asked each other how each other's day was, and yeah, it went on like that over and over again. And then one day, 2 weeks afterwards, I called him again and asked him, "So how's your day?" And he was like, "Eh." Dead fox! It's a dead fox! Oh no! Oh no, we're all dead! No!
In the distance, the first tree illuminated the wasteland. She couldn't go home anymore. She did the only thing
Bible
she was
thumps.
capable of.
It's a Bible thump
Moving
moment.
forward. My dad died alone in the middle of the wilderness. I should have been talking to him more.
Rip
I
fox
should have done a lot
babies.
of things differently.
Sad music.
If the first tree on Earth brought life with it, if it taught the birds to sing and fly and showed saplings how to grow, what could it do for us?
Hey, this is like the hell sequence from Breath of the Wild, remember? When the sky turns blood red? Man, they're ripping off all the good ideas. Aw, look how sad. Look how sad the fox is. Aw. There's the first tree. Come on, get to it. Get to it. Last steps. Let's hear the commentary.
Obviously, there's a really emotional part, but I'm gonna talk through it anyway. A lot of people correctly
A lot of
identify
people
that
did blah
Journey
blah blah.
was like a huge inspiration for the first tree. And this part, it is like a callback to that part where you're climbing up the mountain with your friend you don't know, and it just gets snowier and snowier, and you just keep going, and
Exactly.
then eventually you collapse. And that part,
Let's
that
move
made a
this
huge
along.
impact on me. And I don't even own a PlayStation 3 or 4. I rented a PlayStation from like a rent-a-center right after
maybe you should.
completing Home is Where
Get
One
some
Starts, just
inspiration
'cause
from
I'd
good
heard so much
games.
about it. And everyone was right. It was a very impactful game, and it definitely inspired the first tree.
What game is he talking about? I missed it. I was
There
too busy
was a
making
letter
fun
I
of him.
received yesterday from a name I didn't recognize, with a quote I can't stop thinking about. Death is not the opposite of life, but a part of it. More and more, I'm realizing one important truth. Each of us have our own journey to the first tree. But sometimes I'm not sure I'm ready to take that first step.
You already have my love.
Oh man, the sappy talk. What did he say? Death is a part of life? Death is kind of the opposite of life. You can't get any more opposite than that. He's trying to be all poetic and shit, but he's scientifically inaccurate. This guy should go back to bio class and learn a thing or two about life. And then I took my bio exam, and I got an F on it because I said death was part of life, even though it obviously isn't. We're bullying the fuck out of him. I feel almost bad. What the fuck? The first tree awakens and gently asks you if there's one last message the fox wants to tell her children. Let's see. Uh, Death is the opposite of life. There. Exactly, Ali. He absolutely deserves it.
I guess her journey was over. But I have no idea. It was only a dream. A distraction from tomorrow.
I don't think dreams normally bring back to memory so many important feelings. Maybe it was just a dream, but it was also a gift.
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose. But tomorrow we're getting on a plane.
I feel
to
so
the
bad
last
for making
place
fun of
on
him
Earth I wanna
and the
be.
game.
The only person that would have made the trip worth it is gone.
You're going to see him and be with him one last time before you say goodbye. I have
No,
one
he
last
won't.
quote for you by Emerson, sealed in an imaginary
She's a
letter
liar.
from me to you. It is the secret of the world that all things subsist and do not die, but only retire a little from sight and afterward return again. Go to sleep, my love. We have a big day tomorrow. But
Yeah,
I'll
I
be there
know.
with you every
It's so
step of the way.
sappy.
Thank you. Thanks for listening. Good night, Rachel.
Good night, Joseph.
What do you think they did the next day, though? Like, went to the movies or, like, played bingo? I don't know. Like, how do you even go from that fucking. It's like every day of your life is, like, so dramatic and stupid. What are they doing? Loading up the ending credits?
We must never have sex. It is evil. We must just live in eternal bliss like this and say poetic shit.
It's not the end yet. There's still more shit. There's more shit. It's a fake ending. It's taking forever to load the real ending. What the fuck? Six months later. Oh, plot twist.
Turns out a cub is still alive. You gave up too soon.
What is this? What am I looking at? Why is it so dark? I can't see shit. Oh, wait a minute. I'm playing as the dude. I can't see anything. It's too dark. Open the door. Get me out of here. I can't see anything, man. Hold on. Let me turn up the brightness. It's fucking dumb. I can't even see anything. Hold on. I can turn up the brightness on my end so I can actually see. Man, it was dark. Is that his wife? What the fuck? It looks like a man. Turns out he's a homosexual. Rachel, plot twist, Rachel all along was a man. How do we get out? How do we... How do we do this? Can we have sex? Wait a minute. Oh, there we go. What is this saying? What the hell?
You're probably thinking, what is going on? And that was definitely my intention for this epilogue part of the first tree. This is my favorite part. This is the part I'm most proud of. And it definitely, like, it's supposed to evoke this, like, what is going on? Where am I? I was not expecting this. When I was marketing and blogging about making the game, I never showed anyone this part. I
This
never
is the
told
super secret
anyone. I
part.
never shared screenshots. I wanted it to be a complete surprise. And I also wanted it to feel a little creepy because it's totally inspired by those nights where you wake up in the middle of the night and you can just hear the sounds of the wind outside the house and
He's a
you can't
stalker in
sleep.
someone else's home.
So you walk around in this like twilight stupor. And I would say the whole first part of this game where you play as the fox, its whole purpose is to set up for this conclusion. So yeah, I would encourage you to look around and see how many things you recognize from the earlier part of the game.
Oh yeah. Like I'm gonna remember that. Let's see. iTruck? What the fuck? What does it say? Moving you coast to coast at a value deal? Kinda takes you out. iTruck. What a stupid name. What a stupid fake name.
I tried hard to foreshadow this epilogue just because I wanted it to be a surprise, but I didn't want it to feel too out of place that it would be humorous. And so
This whole game is
Joseph, earlier in
humorous.
the game, he would say things like, I felt like I was right behind the fox the whole time. In my mind, the camera perspective acts as a metaphor for who the player is, what they're seeing. With if the camera represents Joseph,
Who's
or
stalking the
just like
fox the
that,
whole
that
time?
video game trope of having the camera follow you.
Fucking
I
video
guess the
game.
big question I wanted the player to ask themselves, is this a dream as well? And if so, does that even matter?
No, this game does not matter. Alright. Can I open this up? Yeah, exactly. And it's like it would make more sense if you could unlock it after you beat it. But I'm glad that we can turn on the game. The stream's a lot better with the commentaries on, honestly. I was thinking about turning them off in the beginning, but yeah, it's so much better listening to like his thought process and like what he wanted to do with all this stupid shit. Yeah, yeah, you called it, Ali. Where do I go? What the fuck? Oh, look, an invisible wall. Yet another one. Does he have a commentary for these invisible walls too? Maybe this is the way. Couldn't figure out what the hell to do. Let's see if we can figure it out. You need to find a tent? Okay. There it is. Look at this stupid thing. Oh yeah, this is the tent from before, or whatever. Yeah, the sleeping bag is inside of it now. What the hell? How do we go inside? Oh. What the fuck? It's a shitty radio. Sleeping bags.
What the hell?
It's the fucking wolf. Let's kill it. Go, go, go. Come back here, Wolfie. Come back.
No, it's the fox.
Chase him down. Go, go, go. We can catch up to him. Let's listen to some commentary.
I purposefully fade out the crosshair in the middle of the screen because I wanted it to be a direct callback to the camera following the fox.
Yeah,
in the
why
first
was there a
5
crosshair in the
levels of
first
first
place?
tree.
This ain't a
I wanted
shooter.
to go for that gut reaction that this was very familiar, yet totally in a different world.
Yeah, you really didn't need that crosshair. There are no guns in this game. Not one gun. What happens if I stop chasing after him? Does he just run off forever? Yeah, he does.
Come back here.
Let me turn down the brightness on my end. I don't need it so bright anymore. No, the game wasn't programmed for me to stop moving. I'm never gonna catch up to him now. And that scenery off in the distance looks kind of cool. It looks like a Bob Ross painting. Do I agree with the positive reviews? No. No, I agree with you, Ali. Definitely. Like, I can tell you, remember at the end of The Last Guardian, like, that was emotional. That had me, like, speechless, at a loss for words. Because it authentically captivated me and made an emotional connection. Yeah, Rupert. And I was profoundly affected. There was no way I would ever make fun of that game. This game, nothing like that. Not one, not anything. It's just so contrived. You know, it's like it's trying. Whoa, we have lyrics. You know, Return to Innocence song? They're ripping up the Return to Innocence song.
You can do it if you try.
Yeah. That'd be so funny if it was. There are definitely artistic games out there, absolutely. This game's not one of them. This game, whoa. We hit, the frame rate's going to hell.
I was calling you for the last time.
Oh, we got a beam of light.
Come back here, Fox.
What is this?
It's the first tree. Holy shit, dudes. We got some commentary right at the end, too, to break up the flow.
Let's listen to the commentary.
Thank you for making it to the end of my game. And I hope you enjoy the personalized message that is featured on the trunk of this tree. It's a message submitted by another player that's retrieved from a database, and it's retrieved at random. And I did this because I wanted people, even if they feel alone through trials of death, that there is a community, an invisible community supporting each other. So thanks for playing.
Okay. Let's see what it says. I never stopped thinking or loving you. You are my soul light through this dark world. I miss you, but no, you're happy. Get fucked. That'd be hilarious if it said that. He probably moderates the comments. Get fucked.
Delete, delete, delete. No, you can't ruin my game. Allie's trying to ruin my game. I gotta get rid of her message.
Alright, that's the first tree. Yeah, the graphics look, it looks like a Bob Ross painting. That's it. So, what'd you guys think? Any reviews? Let's hear some reviews of this game. How long did it take us to stream this? 1 out of 10. It was interesting to stream it at least. Like it was streamable. So I give it credit for that. But if you're playing this by yourself, like I would just be like, what the fuck? I'd just be so I'd be bored really. It's like, yeah, it's sad what happened to your father. You know. Would you like to anonymously submit your statement to the first tree? Nah, that's fine. You gotta abide by the terms of service. No mean stuff. 3 out of 10 as a journey experience. I have to admit, it was basically one guy. Yeah, he made it by himself. It's like it tries to be like Journey, but it's just not. It reminds me of like Okami superficially, but gameplay wise, it's nothing like it. If you want a game where you control an animal like this, you know, and there's actual gameplay and it's actually fun and there's a story, play Okami. If you want an artistic gameplay, Journey. Or Flower, even. Or Inside, or Limbo, or even Braid. Thank you for coming, Ali. And thank you for streaming with me. Thank you, Cherky Boy. Thank you, Dragoon. So that's it for the first tree. Um, let's see. So today's Friday. Saturday. Yeah, we should be streaming something. I don't know. I'll look for something to stream. I don't know yet what we will be streaming. Yeah, don't worry. There's no stream tonight. No other streams tonight. We'll stream tomorrow. We'll be streaming a brand new game. I don't really know yet what we'll stream, but I'll take a look and see. So, that's it for tonight. I want to thank everyone for streaming with me. Thank you so much. It's an honor and a pleasure. I hope to see you all again tomorrow. Have a good night, everyone.